So today we're gonna see how we create Azure VM creation, and as you can see in this mind map, the high level steps that are needed for a virtual machine to be created. So first we're gonna start with login to the Azure portal. Second would be that we'll start the VM creation wizard, and then the third would be defining the subscription resource group, VM name, what will be the VM name, the region in which the VM will be deployed, and the size and the OS image. Then we move forward with configuring the disk for the VM and setting up the basic networking, and followed by configuring management options like backup, monitoring, etc. And finally we will review all the options and will hit on create, and it will spin up a Azure virtual machine. So let's quickly check in the portal how we do about creating a VM creation. So here I have logged in into Azure portal. So let's start creating the virtual machine. I click on virtual machine, click on create and Azure virtual machine. Then we will select the subscription. So we will go ahead with this subscription. We will give the name for the resource group. For example, I would name it test hyphen 123. Okay. Then we'll give the name for a VM, test VM. We will select the region as East US. For the availability options, for now we will go with no redundancy required. We'll keep the default security type to trusted launch virtual machine, and here we will select any Windows 2022 data center image for our virtual machine. We'll go with this DS1 VM size, and here you have to give the username and password for your virtual machine. Admin password, you can set the password here, confirm the password. Here you will select RDP. Normally in the production environment you keep it turn off, but right now we will keep it on so that we can get into the machine if we are accessing it from a public net. So that's the reason we'll keep it on. Then we can click on next for configuring the disk. So for the disk we will go with the default option 127 GB and premium SSD. Here if you want to attach an additional disk, you can attach an additional disk. For example, click on create, and we'll take the default size, default option, and click on OK. So as you can see, it has added a additional disk for the VM. Then we'll click on networking, and as you can see, here you have to select the VNet subnet. It will automatically create the VNet subnet for us, and also the public IP. The second part is NSG. Now we'll go with the basic NSG on which 3389 port will be allowed. Now we'll go with all the default options. In the coming later videos I'll be explaining in detail about all those options, and we are, I guess, ready to click the review and create button. Okay. Uh, so the validation has passed, as you can see here in the green check mark, and we can go ahead and click on create. So as you can see, it is now initializing the deployment. So a quick recap: we logged into the Azure portal, started the wizard, and gave few details like which subscription we want to deploy, which resource group we want to deploy, VM name, region, selected the OS image and the VM size. Then we added an additional disk and set up the networking by selecting the VNet subnet in which VM will be deployed, and later on we selected the default options which can be configured later, and then we clicked on review plus create. So let's see if our VM is created. So as you can see, deployment succeeded and our machine was successfully deployed. If you click on go to resource, here you will be able to see the VM that we created, and it is in running state with the public IP and all the settings that we configured. So that's it for today's video.